Hey everyone, this is Rachel and welcome to another scrapbooking process video. If you hang out until after the video is through, there are always detailed shots of my current layout. Let's get going! Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I am working on a video for my series with Kelly Oblak called Product Placement, where we feature one specific type of embellishment. Today, that embellishment is sequins, which slightly terrify me. I will be totally honest. They are not my go-to embellishment. They are one that takes some extra work for me. But it is always good to step out of your comfort zone. Please excuse the collar noise in the back. I am once again at my stepfather's house. I am house sitting and there's really nothing to do here for me besides watch his giant television. Take care of the dogs and scrapbooks. So that is what I'm doing. It's like a very weird vacation where I still have to go to work, but I don't necessarily have things to do at the house. Okay, randomly tangent there, sorry. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, get you put on fast forward before I do, remind you to go ahead and check out Kelly's take on using sequins. I will put a link to her video in the description box below. So, as I said, I'm gonna get you guys put on fast forward so I can start this interesting exploration into the world of sequins. All right, everyone, let's get going. Started with this, you might be wondering, oh well, that's really cute that you put that photo up in the corner, but why are you leaving it there? And the answer would be, because I am filming in my not normal spot, uh, I did not realize I totally was filming the open garbage can almost the entire video. So I'm just going to put a photo of the puppies, well not really puppies, but the dogs there that I was dog sitting because I think they're cuter than the garbage can. And it was open, like it was like the top was off, so you are literally looking at garbage. So not a super fun time. Alrighty, so let's actually talk about the layout. So I spread out those pretty pink posh sequins. And so my idea was to take this cut file, this is a free cut file from Paper Issues, and fill in that center point with the sequins. Now I had thought about using acetate over them, but I realized I didn't bring any acetate with me, so I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to glue them down as is. I have also pulled out a couple of those extra large chipboard words from Dear Lizzie that came out with the Stargazer line, and I'm thinking about using one of those as well. Originally I thought maybe two of them, but I thought that was a bit much, so I am only going to end up using one of them. So I have these sequins, but what I have here, I'm like, I don't think this is enough to do the center heart and then also work some of them into that chipboard word. So I'm like, well, I can make my own mix of sequins. So I have this mix from Pretty Pink Posh, and then I had some gold stars, and I don't remember where those are from. They're just randomly in my stash. So I added those, and then I had these red, yellow, and gray ones from Studio Calico, and I added the red and the yellow, and then I had these green, gold, and aqua, like a deep aqua colored one as well. And I'm like, you know what, those can go in as well because I want to do a rainbow color with my chipboard word, so I would like to have all the colors of the rainbow in my sequin mix. So now I have this much larger mix, and I'm still debating as to whether I like that coral color or I like this green and white stripe, and I finally decide I'm going to go for the green and white stripe. And so if anyone is wondering, I did not bring my trimmer with me because I knew from years ago, my parents had a trimmer to cut school photos, so it's not very nice for left-handed people, but it did the job. So I'm just trying to get an idea of where my heart should go, and now I'm tracing it with a pen. Tried to find a pencil, but apparently no one in that house owned a pencil. It's okay, it's gonna get covered with a sequence. So, and now here is Rachel plays the game. How many times does she need to glue down for sequins? So first I try with Scotch tacky glue. It dries too quick. So then I had just this regular white glue, and I did it once again, and that worked a lot better, but I still ended up going in once everything dried, because that one took a long time to dry. I went back and it's still drying, so I'm going to start to work on my chipboard word. So I decided on the word adventure. It's going to be part of my title, and I'm using my usual three of Jenny B. Blue, Tuscan Sun, and Mango Tango, and I'm going to spray each color in a section of the word, overlapping them so they create orange and green by mixing the colors. So I'm going to go through and do one layer of color, and then I'm going to go back and add another. All right, everyone, fair warning to you while I'm double spraying all of this. I had a boatload of teenagers come home earlier than I expected, so it is now 2 days later, and I may repeat myself. So I really do apologize if I do, but unfortunately, even trying to go back and listen to it, it's not memory that's stuck in my head. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm just using my quick dry adhesive to kind of glue in any little spots that were still left over from me gluing the heck out of this layout. And here I have my word adventure that has been sprayed with my Shimmers products. And what I'm going to do, I love how it turns out. But oh my ever-loving goodness, did it take 94 years to do. So basically what I'm doing is I am pulling out sequins of different sizes and colors that match the approximate width and color of what I sprayed, and just selectively putting them over the letters. I will cut away from this, not necessarily because I wanted to, but simply because I got a phone call and I didn't realize. So it stopped recording. I don't know if you can see, but I am not wearing my Fitbit. My Fitbit, I normally keep my phone on silent, and then my Fitbit buzzes, but I did not have my Fitbit on, so there was no buzzing, and uh, all of a sudden I realized I am not recording. So here it is. Everything is dry. All of my sequins are glued on the word adventure. All of my sequins on my layout are dry. I am actually quite happy with the way everything turned out. My paper is a little buckly. Just from the amount of sequins on there. I really wanted it to be bunchy. I didn't want flat sequins. I wanted a mosh of sequins. I like the way it is completely different from the way the word adventure is very lined up and precise, and then that heart is all just kinds of crazy. So while the liquid glue part of my white cut file is drying, I'm going to go ahead and make some layers behind my photo. So I'm working with a bunch of Dear Lizzie papers. I think they're mostly from Lovely Day. The yellow polka dot piece I'm gluing right now, that's actually an older piece of paper. That's actually from Lucky Charm. I'm still saving. I've been very carefully cutting the aqua piece so I can still at some point perhaps use that hot air balloon, which is hilarious because I don't actually love hot air balloons. I don't hate them or anything like that. They're not like speech bubbles to me, but they're definitely not my favorite embellishment icon. All right, so basically all I'm doing is creating layers here. I've got that parrot piece, and then I've got that multicolored triangle piece that also is from Lucky Charm. And so I'm going to go ahead and glue this down on 3 sides. I am not bothering to glue it down on the sequins. I am also making sure to line up that word adventure. And here I'm showing you what I'm going to do is I did not bring any with me, but when I get back home, I am going to go ahead and use a pop dot, Stampin' Up! Dimensional when I get home. Well, I'm home now. I'm recording the voiceover at home, but I'm saying in the video when I get home, I'll do that. So, and then I went ahead and used my Scotch tacky glue with my fine line bottle top. I got the bottle top at Amazon, and I just add a little bit of water to the glue to kind of thin it out, and it's worked perfectly. So I'm going to finish off my title with these little medium small alphas from Felicity Jane in kind of that coral, light coral color. So my entire piece is called Dino Adventure. And I'm going to go ahead and use sequins in place of what I would normally use enamel dots. But I'm like, well, I've got all these sequins on here anyway, and that's what I'm supposed to be featuring on my layout today. So I might as well use those instead. I'm going to do another small grouping down by the word. I'm being careful to choose the warm colors since that has a lot of blue over there. And now I'm concerned where I'm going to put my journaling. And I'm also concerned that I don't necessarily love just those three sequins hanging out on the top there. So I tried trimming down this piece of Lucky Charm paper. Maybe that hot air balloon will work, but it's too big. And I could cut it down further, but like I have this idea that, oh my gosh, I'm going to desperately need that piece of paper for something perfect. And so instead I just chop off a chunk of paper for my journaling. And I'm just writing about this was a park near my nephew's babysitter's house. This is actually before I lived with them. So this was his babysitter, and there was this purple dinosaur, and he loved to just hang out on him like all the time. And I was my journaling, I'm saying, well, I don't know if it's because of Barney or what, but he always had a fabulous time with the purple dinosaur. I also added one die cut, and it just says Je t'aime, and I'm going to finish this layout off with some not Heidi Swap, hello, Shimmer's Jenny B. Blue and Mango Tango, and of course, Tuscan Sun, because you got to finish up the triumvirate. All right, folks, that is it from me today. Please be sure to head on over to Kelly's channel. There will be a link in the description box to her video. And if you could flick me a thumbs up, that would be super awesome. I always love to hear from you guys and what you think of my latest layout. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.